Okay, with this video, we're going to talk about how to open and save files. We're going to be working with the InDesign menu that's up here again, and we're going to be focusing just under the file menu on the first couple options here, and that is opening, creating, and saving files. First of all, you can see I already have a file opened up on the page, but I want to create a new one to show you how to do that. So you would just click on Document here, and this is something that you may do from time to time. It's something you'll need to know how to do to be able to take and pass the InDesign certification test. So it's important for that, but it's probably not something you're going to be doing on a regular basis. Because many of the things that you're going to be working on are going to be pages that are kind of already created, and I'll show you kind of how that's going to look. Over here is where you would put in your settings. In this case, I've already put in the settings. Most of them kind of default. Our yearbook pages are 8.5 by 11. That's what we have here. We have it measured right now in picas, but you can switch that over to inches and see that's 8.5 by 11. I'll teach you a little bit more about picas later on. It's just a measurement that they use in design. This is a two-page document because it's a spread. We have pages side by side, just like you see down here, right in the left-hand page. And for the page number, I decided to start on page 44 because not all documents are going to be page 1 in the book, obviously. Some of them are going to be somewhere else. The rest of this, let's not worry about right now. I just want to click on Create, and you can see I created a new document. There's nothing there. It's a blank document, but this is a document. This black line is a center. This is the right-hand page over here, and this is the left-hand page over here. So that is how you would create a document. Now to open a document, that's our next option here. You just simply, and you guys know this I'm sure, need to go and find where that document's located. And open it from there. In this case, I have some documents located on my drive here under Year Tech and Yearbook Pages. Did line 2 in, well, I don't want to open these because these are pretty large pages, but you can see there that those are actually some InDesign documents. And this is the icon you'll see, and that's what you would open. So you will be opening a lot of pages that are already created, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you're going to be working with those pages. First of all of our yearbook work is done on what we call the yearbook drive. The yearbook drive is basically server space where we are able to save our work onto the school's server. That way it's not saved on individual computers. We don't have to save anything on Google Drive or send anything through Canvas or through Google Classroom or anything else. Everything goes right to that yearbook drive. That way it's protected, it's backed up on a regular basis so that we can secure those files and make sure that we don't lose anything. So it's important for you to remember that anytime you're opening a document, you're going to be opening it in the yearbook drive. Anytime you're saving any work, you're going to be saving it to the yearbook drive. That includes yearbook spreads that you're working on, photos that you've taken, things that you've edited, things that you've downloaded, such as some kind of image that you want to put onto your page. That's fine, you can put that on your page, but when you download that image, that download has to be downloaded to the yearbook drive. The best way for you to do this in most cases is to save it into the same folder where the document is that you're working on, such as this document here, or save it to your individual staff member folder, which you're going to have. We're going to create that for you in the yearbook drive. That's somewhere where you can save stuff on the server where you'll be able to access it and work with it. In some cases, files will need to be saved in particular spots, and we'll kind of deal with that as we draw closer to the time for us to start creating our documents. I do want to mention when it comes to saving here, you have save and you have save as. Students mess this up every year and it causes major problems for them. If I just opened a document or created a document and I haven't told this document yet where I want it to save, I cannot just hit Control S or save. I can't do that because it's going to save this in the folder that I was last working in, and that may not be where I want to save it. So for example, if you come in, you get on your computer, you create a new document, or you open up a document and you hit Control S, depending on what you've been doing on that computer during that period, what somebody else maybe has been doing with that document, it may not save in the correct location. So you always have to remember to use the command File, Save As. And that's going to allow you to make sure that you select the correct folder for that document. You're going to make sure that that document has a correct file name that you need it to have, and that it's the right type of file. When it comes to InDesign files, it's going to kind of default to the right type of file for you, and you won't have to worry about that too much. But when you're working with photos, sometimes you'll be saving those photos as a JPEG, sometimes you won't. So you'll need to know how to change that, and that's going to be right down here, the type of file that you save it as. And then so once you have selected the right spot, of course you just hit the save button, it's going to save that for you. Now once I've saved that to the right location, I can continue working on that particular work period and just hit Control S, just hit my save command or Control S, and I'm going to continue to save it to that place that I've already selected. But let's say I close this and come back on another day. Again, when I start working for that day, I need to go in here and click File, Save As the first time. It's also important to remember to save often during the day. Don't come into class and do 30 minutes of work and forget to save it. People do it all the time. Anything can happen. We can have a power outage. Somebody can accidentally unplug your computer. The computer can crash. Can have a hard drive error. The program could crash. InDesign is a very, very big program, and sometimes it does crash, especially on our school computers. So you have to make sure to save often. It's just Control S while you're working. Just every few minutes, hit Control S and just remember to save your work. Okay, that's it for this tutorial, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.